Believe it or not, you can become wealthy in less than 6 months. And while this timeline varies on your current situation, amount of debt, how much your monthly expenses are, this video will cover everything you need to know, no matter which situation you are in. All right, so step number 1, we need to build some margin. Most people in America live paycheck to paycheck. Basically, what this means is every month when the money comes in, that money instantly goes out the door to some type of bill, expense, or luxury that you purchase. So, if you are in this position and you are not able to save any money per month, we need to figure out the problem. Number 1, it could be an income problem. And number 2, it could be a spending problem. So if you're in this position, what you're going to do is just take a blank piece of paper and write down all of your expenses. What is my car insurance? How much is my rent? How much is my mortgage? What's the average cost to keep the lights on, the utilities working? Once you've written down all of the necessary expenses, put that number and compare it with your monthly income. If your monthly income is higher and you theoretically should be able to put money away, then you need to figure out where your spending problem is. Are you spending too much on going out to eat? Maybe do you have a third car and you don't actually need 3 cars, right? Figure out where your money is going and start to eliminate these areas that suck a lot of your money every single month. Now, if you're on the other side of this equation and it's completely an income problem, all of your income is going into your expenses every single month. Simple solution, you need to find a better and higher paying job, whether that means getting another skill or learning some type of resource off the internet. Whatever it is, you need to do what it takes to get a higher paying job to build some margin. All right, I don't need to talk about that forever. You get the concept. We need to go to step number 2, which is debt. There's a lot of different financial concepts about debt. Most of these concepts say debt's bad. Some of it say that debt is good. But my personal opinion, I like to keep any of my debt that is under 3%. If I have any debt that is above a 3% interest rate, I do my best to pay it off. So while this is not financial advice, what I'd personally do if I was in a situation with high interest debt is I would start paying that down as quickly as possible. By doing this, I'm able to create even more margin. Once that debt is paid off, I have more and more money every single month that I can put away and save. So for most people, after solving the income problem and after solving the debt problem, you are probably around 4 to 6 months into your journey. This is where the real compounding starts to happen, and this is where you start to go from broke to wealthy. The average American has a negative net worth. And so if you can at least get to 0 or start building and have a positive net worth, you are doing substantially better than your neighbors, peers, coworkers, friends. You will probably be doing way better than these people. So once you've gotten to 0 or at least a positive net worth, we need to start thinking about investing. Now, this is the boring part. It's super simple in theory, but it just takes a lot of time. And I know people like to be rich right away. I sure do. And while there's, again, 1,000 different concepts on how to invest, I won't tell you exactly what to invest in, but the general concepts here. So I have a whole nother video on my channel completely about investing, so you can watch that if you'd like. But personally, what I would do if it were myself is I would start going for Roth accounts. So what we've got is a Roth IRA if you're in America, and we've also got a Roth 401k, which some employers may not offer, some may offer it, not certain. But basically what happens is a normal investing account, we will invest, and after 40 years, we typically owe like 15 to 20% of our gains in taxes. And so if you want to avoid paying 20% of your gains in taxes, use a Roth account. So a Roth IRA is super easy to start. Almost every investment app, Fidelity, Schwab, even Robinhood now offers the option to have a Roth IRA. So do this, and if you can, invest the $7,500 that you are allotted to invest in 2026. This money will grow tax-free, and at retirement, you should have a couple $1 million you can pull out and retire with. Same thing with 401k. you may currently have a 401k, but check in the options on whatever brokerage you're using and make sure it is set to Roth 401k. Your contributions may be a couple bucks smaller every month, but what that means is that when it's time to retire, you will have loads more money. So if you've done all these and you want to continue investing, a lot of people look to real estate. Personally, I don't like real estate, but I know it's a big and popular one right now. But a lot of people also start another traditional brokerage, not a Roth account, but a traditional one where they're able to invest that additional money every month. So if you get to this point, rinse and repeat for a couple years, you will start seeing significant growth on your money. Again, the average American can turn their life around in 6 months or less. And so even though it varies situation to situation, theoretically, you should be able to do this too. It's not as difficult as you think. Well, I appreciate y'all for watching if you made it this far. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe and like the video. It costs you nothing, and it does me a big favor. So I appreciate it if you do so, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.